Once again, back is the incredible.
Got no time to waste, I'm starting the song right here. A minute 17, really ain't long to spit. So I'ma keep the flow, listen right up, it's clear.
What's up, gang? So what's going on? I got another video for you guys. I'm kind of excited about this video because I've been wanting to do it for a while. I put it off because I had other things going on, but I think that I get this quite often. People talk about it, they ask me about it, they ask other people about it, they want to find out like what the secret is, what I did, what I do, and so I thought it'd be easier just to put this all in a video, break everything down for you, make it as easy as possible, and tell you the quote-unquote secret to my weight loss, how I changed. And I think in order to do that, I need to go back in time, basically tell you how it all started, and then kind of let you know my background so that it makes it easier to understand how things happen and how it went about. So I mean, I'm getting real serious about this, but at the same time I like to have fun in my videos, so this should be a pretty good little time. But in order to tell you how I had my weight loss, I need to go back and tell you how I used to live my life. Well, I grew up playing football. I played sports. I played football for like 7 years, and then I got into some other sports that wasn't really my thing. And then when I got out of high school, when you're in high school, you're very active. Okay, you're running around in class to class. You're going to recess. You have your health tests. You're playing sports with other people. You have all these things going on. And then when you get out of high school, that stops. Now, if you're in college, you can kind of keep that going a little bit longer. You may run from class to class. You may play a little bit of sports here and there. But what happens a lot of times is when you get out of school, you gain a bunch of weight. You get older, your metabolism slows down, you're not as active, you get a job that may be a desk job or something that's not very active, and you gain weight. And that's what happened with me. I started sales jobs. I did that on and off for 10 years, gained a bunch of weight, wasn't living very healthy, was staying up long nights, doing all these things, and then that with an unhealthy food lifestyle kind of made me gain weight. I was 150 pounds in high school. I was small. I was like 5'9", 5'11", and I played sports and I was mean. I was mean in those sports. I was very good at it, but at the same time I was very small. Okay, so that transferred into me and my sales jobs. At that point I was like 25, 26. I started gaining weight, like a lot of weight. And everybody else was still bigger than me. They had, gotten extremely overweight. Or at my 10-year reunion, that become very apparent. But I went from 150 to like 175. Not a big deal. And then I jumped up in weight. I jumped up in weight then to like 225. And it was not muscle, okay? I was skinny fat. I was bloated in the face. I was lethargic, and I had never really thought about it. I thought I looked okay. And then I got this one comment from somebody that kind of changed my life. I showed somebody some beach pictures where we went on vacation and I had so much fun. I showed them to them. I said, "Don't I look great?" And I looked at those. It was a joke. I was like, "Don't I look great in those pictures?" And they kind of looked at me and they said, And I was like, "What in the, how mean?" You know what I mean? Like, how mean. It was just straight up savage. And this was from a very nice person. And that kind of hit me really hard. And it stuck with me. And so from then on, I had a bad self-image about myself. I felt like I was super big. I felt like I was overweight. And I think at that time, my spouse at the time had started working out. Okay? She started going to the gym. She started being more active, and that made me want to go, because if they start looking good and they start looking better, they feel better, and you're just a fat slob, you feel bad. So I did what any spouse does, and I tried to work out as well. Everybody does that. I've had so many relationships ruined because they want to do like me and they can't. And I'm like, you don't have to be me. But anyway, long story short, I started working out. Okay, the first year I got a bunch of newbie gains. I started getting bigger, started getting leaner, started getting healthier. And then it trailed off, and I had the beginnings of a better looking body, but I was still fat. Okay, I was still overweight. I didn't really like doing cardio because of my asthma. I had a lot of problems with that. I still wasn't eating good. I was eating more because I was more active. So I was getting muscle, but I was keeping the fat. And so from then on, that went on for a couple of years. And at that point, I thought I looked good. Okay, I thought I looked good. But then I started looking at pictures of myself again, and I got that bad self-image. And it really does hit you hard, like you are your biggest critic. And it was at one point that I just decided I've got to do something different. So I changed my food lifestyle, or changed my nutrition. I changed my workout program, and I started making real progress. The newbie gains were gone. This was about 3 years into it. The newbie gains were gone. So I started eating better. I started making more gains, started looking better. Alright, so there we are. We're about 3 or 4 years in, and I'm looking better. Still not where I want to be. Okay, at that point I'm like 200 pounds. I've lost 25 pounds. I feel like I've made this big deal, and still not there. So it was one day I just decided with myself, I'm going to have to do things for myself. Okay, my girlfriend at the time had bad eating habits. She was pushing it on me. I guess, you know, I'm not being a victim or anything, but it's pushing on me, and it's hard to tell people no. You know, when somebody has a fast metabolism, they can eat whatever they want, and you can't. It's hard to keep up. And so they're looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to fitness, because I'm still overweight. I'm strong, I got a little bit more muscle, but I'm still overweight. So I changed myself. I changed completely. And this was about 4 or 5 years in at this point that I said, we're going to do something different. It's again time to change. Here we go. So at that point I started a new job. It was a lot more physical, and at the same time I cut out all processed foods. It was a complete game changer. At that point my body changed very quickly, very rapidly. My fat was just melting off of me. I was so active. I went from 5,000 steps a day to like 20 to 30,000 steps a day at my job. I was working 10 to 12 hour shifts and working out for an hour a day, and eating very, very clean, eating non-processed foods, and I was making amazing progress. And what I want to do for you guys is break down what happened, what I did there, and what changed my life. And it did change my life. Basically, I cut out all fast foods. I'm going to go through the list here, and I'm going to tell you everything that I did. I cut out, number one, all fast foods. Okay, cut those out. Don't eat any fast foods. Just don't do it. If you're not where you want to be, you should not be treating yourself. I cut out those. I then cut out, number two, soft drinks. All soft drinks were gone. Anything with sugar in it besides water was gone. Okay, cut all those out. And then I wasn't bloated. I still drink flavored waters. Now what you need to be careful with the flavored waters is the artificial sweeteners. If you're eating artificial sweeteners, they will rot your teeth. Okay, they will rot your teeth. So make sure if you're doing that, you do it in moderation. You brush and floss and use medicated mouthwash, because it will ruin your teeth. Nobody talks about that, but I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, so number three was I ate a lot more meat. I ate more meat, ate more veggies, and I ate things that I could pronounce. I ate real food that I cooked. I don't eat food that anybody else cooks. Okay, I know exactly what I'm eating, and at all times. You don't have to be like that, but if you want to make progress, you're going to have to be more on this side than the other side. You don't have to be extreme, but you're going to have to be more of cooking your own foods and meal prepping. It does not take long. It took me an hour a day for the entire week. Okay, this does not take a long time. That was breakfast and lunch. And then at dinner time, it takes me maybe 30 minutes for dinner. I cook different things for dinner according to what mood I'm in. Because you can eat what you want. Eat good foods, but you can still eat what you want. And then for number four, what I did was I changed my workout programs. Okay, I work out 7 days a week. You don't have to do this, but I do. If you're just starting out, do not do this. Okay, do not go buy some BS program from CT Fletcher or any of these other people and start working out and killing yourself. Because if you're too sore to work out the next day, you're working out too hard. If you're a newbie guy working out, do not do this stuff. Okay, you need to work out maybe 3 to 4 times a week. Kill those workouts, master those techniques, master those simple, maybe 4 to 5 exercises with 30 minutes of cardio. Go home and rest. Okay, the rest of your time you should be concentrating on what you're eating, not worried about how sore you are. Okay, some people can do this, but 90% of you will quit because it's too hard. Don't do that to yourself. Do what you can handle. It is a marathon, not a race. Okay, just because I lost this weight in 2 months does not mean you can. I lost this weight in 2 months because my body was already conditioned to lose weight. It was very active. My heart and cardiovascular system was stronger. My muscles and everything were a lot stronger. So when I turned it up, my body was like, oh hell yeah. Okay, but that doesn't always happen. You need to work up to it. You'll get your newbie gains and then you'll stop. Once you lose that water weight, you're gonna stop. And then you're gonna have to be really working on your technique. I would suggest 3 to 4 to maybe 5 days a week. You need to do 4 to 5 exercises and that's it. 30 minutes of cardio, go home, rest. And what I'm going to be doing is on my Instagram, I'm actually going to be posting simple workouts every day that you can do. Okay, so that's going to be something else I'm going to do on my Instagram, Chapman Fit. Go add that, and I'm going to put simple exercises that you can do on there. Now, as far as my programs, when I was talking about, I broke those down, and I did those 7 days a week. Like I said, you don't have to do that, but I do exercises, isolation days on each exercise. So I do chest one day, triceps next day, biceps next day, back the next day, shoulder the next day, and then vice versa. And I will double up where I'm struggling. So if my chest is struggling, I do chest 2 times a week. And I do half the volume. I don't do a full day if I'm doing it 2 times a week, because it actually has been shown that it is better on you to do half the volume 2 times a week. You will actually get more growth than slamming the whole workout 2 days a week. You're going to be too tired. You're going to be too tired. Your lifts are going to go down. You're not going to make progress because your body's like, WTF, I can't grow. So remember that when you're working out. It is as much about the resting part as it is about the working out. Now, am I saying taking days off? No. But not everybody can work out 7 days a week. So if you're lifting 4 to 5 times a week, then you need to be doing some other things those other days, whether it be yoga or some kind of stretching or walking. Don't just sit on your butt, but you don't need to be lifting every day of the week. I can do that. Not everybody can do that. I've done the wrong thing for like 4 or 5 years. That's how I know what I can handle. Now, once I did all these things, once I did everything on this list, the fat burned off of me. So with that, I had to remember to drink water. You have to drink a ton of water, okay? A ton of it. Now, if you're having problems with eating, okay, if you're having struggles with eating, I'm going to do a whole nother video on eating and overeating and what to do, because I can do a whole nother video on that. It's going to take too long, so I'm going to break it down in another video for you guys. But drink plenty of water, okay? With my job and what I'm doing, I drink 4 to 5 shaker bottles full of water a day. Then I go home and I drink like 2 or 3 or 4 32-ounce cups of water, okay? I'm constantly peeing. But my stomach's so full from the water that I don't eat that much, okay? I eat just what I need to eat. And that has made me lose weight. It has made me gain muscle because of the protein and the carbs and the nutrients and the low fat that I've been doing, and all that has made me lose weight. I do have fat in my diet because you need fat for your skin and your hair, and you need fat for the rest of your body organs, but it's very low compared to the protein and carbs that I eat. It's protein, then carbs, and fat. And I hardly eat any kind of sugar. The sugar that I do eat is natural from the foods, from the fruit. Okay? That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Those things that I named is all you've got to do. It's going to be a long time coming. You're going to have to wait for it. But if you do this correctly, if you hit all these things correctly, in 3 to 6 months, your body will look completely different. Completely. If my body was ready for this and I did it in 2 months, you can do it in 3 to 6 months and it will be done. You'll be so amazed. Will you have days that you fall? Yes. You're going to have days that you struggle. You're going to have days that you eat bad. Now, don't go out and eat cheat meals, but you are going to have days that you just fall off the wagon. It's okay. That is okay. Start again tomorrow. You're not going to get fired from your life for eating an extra thing of fries, okay? But the next day, you're going to have to make up for it. Now, you shouldn't go around saying, well, I can just make up for it tomorrow, but everybody slips up. So remember that. But I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has been insightful to you guys. I love that you guys watch these videos and that you get something out of it. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else I can tell you guys about. If you need any kind of help on workout programs, add my Instagram. I'm going to put simple workout programs on there. And then if you need anything specific, don't be afraid to DM me or message me or email me. It's all in my Instagram, all on my Twitter, which is Fit Chapman. And you can even message me on here, I'm pretty sure. But put in the comment section what you think about this. If you think it's correct, if you think it's wrong, but this is what worked for me. And then, like I said, I'm going to do a whole nother video on to help you guys out and to make sure that this works for you. And like I said, there could be a whole nother video. I'm going to have to do a whole nother one because it's going to take forever. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let your friends know about this. Let me know if it worked for you. And 3 months or 6 months from now, I want you to message me and let me know if this worked for you. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all I got. See you guys later. Chapman Fit out.